Listen to me carefully. There is a moment in every person's life where they stand at the edge of their destiny. A moment where they must make a choice so absolute, so final, that there is no turning back. This is that moment for you. And what I'm about to tell you will either liberate you or terrify you, but it will not leave you the same. Here's the truth that separates those who achieve extraordinary things from those who live ordinary lives. The most powerful decision you can make is to remove all possibility of retreat. Burn the ships, cut the safety net, destroy the backup plan. Because as long as you have a plan B, you will never fully commit to plan A. As long as you have an escape route, you will take it the moment things get difficult. As long as you keep one foot in your old life, you will never fully step into your new one. Let me ask you something. How many dreams have you started and abandoned? How many times have you said, I'm going to do this, only to quit the moment resistance showed up? How many goals are sitting in your mind right now, half finished, collecting dust because when it got hard, you had somewhere else to go, you had a backup plan, you had a safety net, you had an excuse ready, and that's exactly why you're not where you want to be. Because the human mind is designed for survival, and survival says keep your options open, don't risk too much. Protect yourself, stay safe. But greatness demands the opposite. Greatness demands that you bet everything on yourself. Greatness demands that you make success your only option. And when you do that, when you truly cut off all paths of retreat, something extraordinary happens. You stop negotiating with yourself. You stop looking for easy ways out. You stop wondering, what if this doesn't work? Because there is no what if. There is only until. This is not a new principle. This is ancient wisdom that has been proven throughout history by those who accomplished the impossible. In 1519, the Spanish conquistador Hernán Cortés landed in Mexico with a small army. They were vastly outnumbered by the Aztec Empire. His men were terrified. Many wanted to return to the ships and sail home. So Cortés gave an order that changed everything. He burned the ships, every single one. Now his men had a choice, conquer or die. There was no going back. There was no retreat. There was only forward. And they conquered an empire. This same principle has been used by every great leader, every revolutionary, every person who transformed their life from ordinary to extraordinary. When Alexander the Great led his armies into Persia, he burned his supply lines. His message was clear: we win or we die here. There is no retreat. When Julius Caesar crossed the Rubicon River with his army, he knew there was no turning back. He famously said, the die is cast. He had committed fully, and that commitment changed the course of history. But you don't have to be a conqueror to use this principle. This applies to your life, right now, today. What would happen if you removed your plan B? What if you deleted the backup option? What if you told yourself, this is it, this is the only path, and I will walk it until I reach my destination, no matter how long it takes? I'll tell you what would happen. You would stop wasting energy on doubt. You would stop entertaining the voice that says, maybe I should just go back to what I was doing before. You would stop half-stepping through your goals and start moving with absolute conviction. Because when there is no plan B, plan A becomes inevitable. When there is no safety net, you learn to fly. When there is no exit, you find a way through. Here's what most people don't understand. Keeping a backup plan is not safety. It's self-sabotage. It's your subconscious mind giving yourself permission to fail. It's a message to your deeper self that says, I don't really believe this will work, so I'm keeping an escape route open. And your subconscious hears that loud and clear, so it doesn't give you its full power. It doesn't mobilize all of your creativity, all of your energy, all of your focus. Because why would it? You've already told it there's another option. But the moment you burn the bridge, the moment you remove all paths of retreat, your mind shifts. It says, okay, this is real. This is final. We have no choice but to make this work. And suddenly, resources appear that you didn't know you had. Solutions emerge that you couldn't see before. Strength rises from places you thought were empty. Because your mind, when it knows there is no other option, becomes a problem-solving machine. It will find a way. It will create a path. It will make the impossible possible, but only if you force it to, only if you remove all other options. So let me ask you, what is your plan B? What safety net are you clinging to? What excuse are you keeping in your back pocket for when things get hard? Is it your old job? Is it your old habits? Is it the comfort of staying small? Whatever it is, you need to burn it. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. If you're building a business, quit talking about keeping your job just in case. Commit fully or don't start at all. If you're transforming your body, stop keeping junk food in the house just in case I want a treat. Remove the option. If you're pursuing a dream, stop telling yourself, if this doesn't work, I can always go back to my old life. No, you can't, because that version of you is dead. The moment you make success your only option, you become a different person. You move differently. You speak differently. You think differently. You stop being the person who tries and become the person who does. Now, I need to be honest with you. This path is not easy. When you burn the ships, when you cut off all retreat, you will face fear like you've never felt before. There will be moments, dark moments, where you think, what have I done? I should have kept the safety net. There will be times when every fiber of your being wants to go back to what was comfortable. There will be voices both inside your head and from the people around you telling you that you're crazy, that you're being reckless, that you should have a backup plan. Do not listen. Because that fear, that's just your old self dying. That doubt, that's just the test to see if you really meant it. Those voices, those are the echoes of mediocrity trying to pull you back down. But you are not going back. You burned the bridge, you destroyed the retreat path. You made your choice, and now there is only forward. Here's what I promise you. When you remove all possibility of retreat, when you make success your only option, you tap into a power you didn't know existed. You will work harder than you've ever worked. You will find solutions you never would have discovered. You will become resourceful in ways that surprise you. You will persist through obstacles that would have stopped the old version of you, because you have no choice. And that no choice becomes your greatest strength. Most people think freedom comes from having options, but they're wrong. True freedom comes from having one path and walking it with absolute conviction. True power comes from burning every bridge behind you and moving forward with no possibility of return. That's when you become unstoppable. That's when you become inevitable. That's when you transform from someone who wants success to someone who is success. So from this moment forward, you are a different person. You are not someone with a plan B. You are not someone with a backup option. You are not someone who tries things to see if they work. You are someone who commits fully. You are someone who burns the ships. You are someone who makes success inevitable by removing all other possibilities. Say this with me now, out loud, with conviction. I have no plan B. I have no backup. I have no retreat. There is only forward. There is only success. And I will walk this path until I arrive. Say it again. Slower. Feel the weight of it. I have no plan B. I have no backup. I have no retreat. There is only forward. There is only success. And I will walk this path until I arrive. That is your new identity. That is your new reality. You don't have options anymore. You have a mission. And that mission is non-negotiable. Let me tell you about a man who understood this principle deeply. He wasn't born wealthy, he wasn't born with advantages, but he made a decision that changed everything. He decided that he would either succeed or die trying, not metaphorically. Literally, he removed every safety net. He burned every bridge. He told everyone around him, this is what I'm doing, and I will not stop until it's done. People thought he was crazy. They thought he was reckless. They told him to have a backup plan. He refused. And because he refused, because he made success his only option, he found ways that others couldn't see. He worked when others slept. He persisted when others quit. He believed when others doubted. And eventually, inevitably, he succeeded. Not because he was lucky, not because he was gifted, but because he made it impossible to fail by removing all paths except the one leading to his goal. That man could be you. That man is you, if you make the decision. So here's my challenge to you. What will you burn today? What safety net will you cut? What plan B will you destroy? Write it down. Make it concrete. Make it real. Then do it. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Now delete the contact. Quit the backup job. Throw away the comfort. Remove the option. Make success your only path. Because I'm going to tell you something that you already know deep down. You don't need a plan B. You never did. Plan B is just fear dressed up as wisdom. Plan B is just doubt masquerading as strategy. Plan B is just an excuse you're keeping around for when the real work begins. But you're not that person anymore. You're the person who burns the ships. You're the person who cuts the retreat. You're the person who says, this is my path, and I will walk it to the end. When you burn all retreat paths, when you make success your only option, something miraculous happens. The universe responds. Doors open that were closed. People appear who can help you. Resources materialize that you didn't know existed, not because you got lucky, but because you got serious. Because commitment attracts opportunity. Because certainty creates results. Because when you move like there's no other option, the world gets out of your way. So make your decision today. Burn the bridge, cut the rope, destroy the backup plan, and walk forward into your destiny with the absolute certainty that you will arrive. Not because it's easy, not because it's guaranteed, but because you made it your only option. And when success is your only option, success becomes inevitable. Now go. The ships are waiting to be burned, and your new life is waiting on the other side. Act as if there is no plan B, because there isn't. There is only you, your purpose, and the path forward. Walk it.